Hey there, YouTube. Hey, this is Down the Road Trucking, and I wanted to come to you because of a situation. Basically, I was working for a company as a company driver in the bulk division, hauling tankers, and anyway, I made good money. Company driver, I made good money. We'd probably been around 90,000 for the year as a company driver, but just wasn't happy and was just, you know, just always having to run, and just wasn't happy. Had been wanting for years to go the owner operator side of things, and just for whatever reason just never felt comfortable enough to do it. And so I got to looking and got to talking with people and just researching. And anyway, long story short, I got hooked on Schneider's Bulk division. Mainly I was kind of thinking that, would run out of an area, two different areas that were kind of close to my house, but that really ain't happening. But anyway, I digress. But in my research, I never really came across much on YouTube that was directed toward Schneider's Bulk division. There's a little bit out there, but not very much. So I just kind of want to give a rundown of my scenario, what I have experienced so far, and I will try to add to this as it goes along. I'm not going to be a everyday poster or every week poster. I'm going to post when I feel like I have some information that I can share. Once I'm done sharing that information, then I'm done. I'm not a YouTuber, but I just want to try to get this information out there. So if it helps somebody make a decision, like myself, then I've helped somebody. I did go with the SFI lease purchase. Or I call it lease. I mean, you're not actually going to purchase it unless you go through 5 years or so. But you can lease it. You can get into the owner-operator side of it, and you can move forward. They're reasonable people. I talk with them a lot. They send you the contract and email so that you can review the contract before you go up there and sign it. You're going to get your truck sight unseen. I guess if you got there and it was a piece of shit and you didn't want it, then they got other trucks there. I'm happy with the truck. The newer ones, they're outfitting different. Mine did not come with a refrigerator. Why you buy a truck that you're going to put an owner operator in and not have a refrigerator? I have no idea, but they said they have changed that since, and they're ordering it with refrigerator. Anyway, so a couple of things on the SFI end. I know there were some people out there on YouTube talking about that you could get out of the maintenance. You didn't have to do the maintenance. Well, if they got out of it, then I guess they were really sticklers about it. But anyway, it is in their contract. It is in their contract that it is a part of the lease. So, they would have to change the wording of the contract for somebody to get out of it. So, that being said, you can take the advice of other people, for a grain of salt or whatever it's worth. So, I will tell you this in the contract. I look at it as just a savings account. It does draw some interest. It is in the contract that they do have to pay interest on it. So, that being said, I feel like it was kind of a high dollar amount, but it is what it is. Unless you got high credit and, several $1,000s that you can go put on a down payment, of which I didn't have, it's a good option. Now, Oh, and one other thing that I did learn about Schneider Finance is that you do not have, you can lease one of their trucks, lease purchase one of their trucks, and you don't have to go on with Schneider. You can go on with another company. Now it has to be a a reputable company and everything, and meet some criteria of theirs. But you can take that, you can lease from the get go and go somewhere else. Because if I wasn't on that, then it might change some of the things. Because I really liked Mercer, looking at them, but I didn't know what I knew. I didn't know what I found out until after I found out. So anyway, so you can do that. So if you're interested in any of that stuff and you decide to go through SFI and this helps you, please put me down as a reference. I would appreciate it. They give a kickback for it, and I can, give a kickback as well. I don't mind sharing. The onward to Schneider Bulk. Schneider Bulk, if you are transferring, if you're a company driver with bulk division and you transfer to the owner-operator side, you're going to go through 4 days. 4 days of training, and then they cut you loose and you're gone. The rest of us, even if you have bulk experience, which I had, you're going for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And that is that just sucks. Plus they put you with somebody unless you luck out and somebody don't show. And I think that's ridiculous. In today's world, there's too many damn crazy folks to be bunking grown people with each other with a company as large as Schneider. I mean, they have the money, they have the funds. Put people by themselves. That ain't right. In today's world, there's crazy folks. That shit ain't right. But that's my little pet peeve, my personal opinion. Everybody might be okay with it. I just wanted it. Their training, their loading, unloading procedures on the air and off and the pump off, good procedures. Good learning experience, even for somebody that had experience. It was a good learning experience. They come up short in the classroom, mainly on the paperwork end of it and the Qualcomm end of it. You don't get any training on that, and so then you're out in the field and you're trying to figure it out. My suggestion, if anybody from Schneider watches this, is, and I know you can do it, I know it's easy, easy thing to do. Set up dummy accounts where your students can go in and actually play on the low board and learn how to maneuver on the low board and learn what they need to do on the low board. For the NAT, for the estimated time, for NAT, for picking out and scheduling themselves, for, a couple trips in advance where they can figure out and plan their time and all that. Let them get in there and play with it. As it is right now, you set them up where they can get on the board the day before they leave. Or in our case, the day of. That morning we finally got where we could get on, and that was a Friday, and we were leaving out Friday. I mean, so there's no prep on picking your loads besides what you sit there and watch a instructor do on the screen. So that's it. But I feel like their training, the hands-on training was good. The classroom needs some work and everything to prepare your owner operators correctly. I think that the company drivers get all that and everything, but the owner operators we came up short. But digressing on further, once we were released, there was 4 of us in the class. Each of us had a move from Houston to Chicago, and we just bobtailed from Houston to Chicago. We got paid for it, roughly like $1,400 something anyway, whatever it was. And then once we got up there, then we could start picking our loads and running from there. I was able to get a load. I got up there Saturday, was able to pick a load up Sunday and delivered on Monday. And Monday is Schneider's cutoff. So Monday at midnight, anything delivered before that, you get paid for. So I was able to get that, and that went on with my move up from Houston to Chicago. So that made that, a decent pay for me. And then after that, I booked each week, and I'm usually running a week out. So like I have this week planned and next week. Now I don't right now because of the holiday coming up with Thanksgiving, and I've got to kind of come off of what I've been running and work my way back down to the house and still make the type of money that I want to make, even taking the days off for Thanksgiving. But the load boards, the loads are there. There's some crap loads that, don't pay anything, but there's also good loads that pay good money. So far, in booking my loads, I had figured out with all my expenses from SFI, all my expenses from Schneider, and then all my home expenses and where my break-even point is, and I have far exceeded that every week so far. And most of the weeks are over. I think the first week was under. The other weeks have been over 4,000 and then over 5,000. So I am immensely happy with the way things are going, because even though I've been with Bulk, where I was, it was totally different lanes and it's totally different stuff than what I'm running now. So it's still a learning process and booking my own loads. So if I'm accomplishing that right now, is when I get even more experience with this and understand more of the routes, which I'm learning, I'm quickly learning those, then I think the money will just get better and better. And there's not, if you've been a company driver, I was a company driver for over 20 years. Always been a company driver. And you always feel pressured. To make any money as a company driver, you got to go, 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 go. And this is not that way. I mean, I am so much more relaxed and actually, I had got where I hated being in the truck. I just wanted out of the truck. But now I enjoy it. I enjoy it again. But I'm not rushed. My plans are working where, I'm driving and I usually get to where my destination. Well, I'll unload the next morning, and I might have a load later on that day to pick up, or it might be the next morning before I pick up a load. So you have downtime, and everybody thinks, well, it's downtime and it's bad. Well, I used to think that, but it's not. And it was actually working out. I actually got delayed. Well, a load got pushed out on me, so I came off of that load and picked up another load, which made me have to sit another day. So I actually got a restart. But in 4 weeks, that was my first restart, and I had not been pressed for my 70 hours at any point in that whole time. It was amazing how, because of the sit, you would always be picking up hours and everything. And it was just hell, I wasn't rushed. I never felt rushed. I haven't yet. And making, really good money. So I just want to put that out there. As my experience keeps going, I will post some more videos. But I mainly just wanted to talk to people out there. So if you're looking at the Schneider Bulk side, you're not seeing a lot of information out there. So if I can give you a little information about it, a little personal information, and it helps you make a decision, then I did something good. And I wish there would have been somebody saying the same things that I'm saying So I would have had a better idea. Because when I decided to come into it, I was blind and I was worried like hell. I was very worried. I couldn't even enjoy the experience because I was worried. And now that I'm here and I'm doing it, I would do it all over again. I would do it all over again. And so if that helps anybody out there, then I'm glad I could help. I will talk to you again. Not sure when, but I will talk to you again and let you know how things are continuing to go. Thank you very much.